welcome to Mario Kart.
Welcome to Mario Kart. I love it.
Well, hi there, everyone. We're here with savagewizzrobe, who's going to be running Mario Kart 64 all cups, no skips for you. How you doing today, Savage?
I am doing literally amazing. Like I've been super excited for this, literally all the way since when I first submitted this run, and even crazier. Like I literally PB'd in this category yesterday in an off-stream video that I thankfully have locally recorded. So currently my PB in this is a 43, or no, not a 43, but a 44-minute 30-second time, and my sum of best is a 43. So I'm definitely excited to rock it today, that's for sure. A little nervous to see what the RNG gods are gonna bring, but hey, that's Mario Kart for you, right?
Oh, that's true, and I hear you have your own little donation challenge for this. Is that right?
Yep. So that's correct. So first off, I had the incentive of which racer to pick, and then second, I have my own sort of donation bet. So I've agreed that no matter what happens in this run, if there are any lightnings used by the CPUs, which it happens, I will be donating $10 per lightning used by the CPUs in this run. So typically in many of the runs that I've done, it has usually been about like 3 lightnings at most. Sometimes 1, sometimes 2, and if we're lucky, none, but hey, we'll see what happens, right?
That's true. And speaking of the character donation incentive, it does appear we're going to cut it off right now, and Yoshi with $224.13 has won versus Toad's $209.12. So thanks for taking that all the way to the wire, everybody.
Yeah, thank you again so much for donating during the bid war. It was so close, like it was constantly going back and forth, and you guys have amazing taste too, because Yoshi is actually the fastest character in this game, like usually on the menu, as well as just being a fast character in general, thanks to his high acceleration. Okay, so by the way, I'll let you guys know that time starts when I press OK on the Mushroom Cup here. And another note about this run is this is all done on 150cc, because that is the carts go the fastest on that difficulty setting. All right, so I guess we'll do a countdown then, right?
I think beforehand, I should probably mention before you get started that we have reached $1,000 right as you were choosing the character there. So thank you everyone who has donated to Global Giving during this marathon today so far.
Thank you everyone so much. Like, let's keep it up. Let's do this. Let's shatter that goal. All right. So, shall we get a countdown? Okay, on go. 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so here we go. This is Mario Kart 64, all cups, no skips. So, just gonna run down this category a little bit. So, basically what's happening with this category is, in this game there are 16 tracks, 4 cups, and in general, the fastest kind of movement you want to do without any items is this power sliding you see me do here, or they also call it mini turbos. So every time you do this, and if you see my speedometer there I briefly get up to like 80 kilometers per hour there. And then typically you can do these along these curves like this, and the way you do it is by drifting and then followed by simply, okay, there's Mario, by the way. And then what you can do is you can string a bunch of these together to like maintain that speed. And this is how this is basically like what separates beginning runners from just top runners of this game, right there. So I try and go for them as much as I can. And they also do quite a number on the thumbs too. And then in addition, you're gonna notice as well that I'm gonna go for a lot of items, because in first place in this game, ideally I want to get a mushroom drop. So, the way the item drops work in this game is the items are basically based on what kind of place you're in. So far, no mushrooms. And, like, in first place, there's only about a 10% chance to get a mushroom from an item box. And then there's also a bit of a chance to get a boo on top of that, which can also lead to a mushroom. Although what people think the boo is supposed to do is the boo's supposed to, like, steal another item from somebody else. But in reality, what happens is it allows you to re-roll whatever the item is. So you just get a second chance on an item, which could possibly be a mushroom. Again, 10% chance. So unfortunately there, I didn't get any mushrooms, but hey, it happens, right? Marathon luck. So, speaking of luck, this game is very much luck-based, or of course as we call RNG, for a random number generator. So, and the CPU in this game is, like, incredibly ruthless at times. So you'll see that oftentimes there will be bananas that I'll have to dodge that get thrown in front of me. And still no mushrooms. Or likewise, there could be, like, what could happen, and I'll just mention there's a slight content warning with this game because there's the possibility of flashing lights with lightnings that appear. So just watch out for those. Oh, and look at that! A banana. A well-timed banana. So, and then for this track here, Moo Farm, this is a pretty basic track, although the slight kind of subtlety here is on either of the side there are slopes, and ideally to go as fast as possible here, you want to be... Okay, I saw that banana DK. You want to be roughly in the middle... Oh, really? Did they literally put a fake item right there? Okay, that... See, these CPOs literally... They're literally out for blood, and there's nothing I can do, but that's alright. It happens all the time. Okay, and this boo I'm actually going to use right about there. Drop that fake item there. Oh, cool. Mushroom. So that's the first mushroom so far. Again, 10% chance. So here I'm just kind of going along that way to avoid those moles. Okay, and there's Moo Farm. So another thing that I need to mention as well is, like, the way the characters in this game work is the characters are basically separated into a few weight classes. So, being Yoshi in particular, Yoshi is a lightweight character. So what that means is, of course, low weight, obviously. And then in addition, that also means he has very high acceleration. And not only that, he's the fastest character in the game because he's the fastest character to pick on the menu select. And somehow I just avoided that item completely. Did not need to do that, but hey, that's alright, right? So in this course, Koopa Troopa Beach, there's this intended shortcut that you can do, which is actually one of the two larger shortcuts that is allowed in this category, no skips. So the other major category of this game is all cups with skips, which is different. So basically, the way it's defined, a skip is defined as anything where you're, like, jumping over a wall, or where you're using Lakitu. Okay, that banana was actually... Okay, okay. I ran into that banana, that's alright. So a skip is defined as any sort of thing where you're jumping over a wall, or otherwise. Okay, no mushroom, that's fine. Okay. So if I get a mushroom at any point, I'm gonna save it for that shortcut right there. Okay, let's, again, oh god. Fake item block. Yay. And hitting a tree. Okay, just have to get rid of some of these items that I don't want, like the green shells and the bananas. Okay, I guess this is really marathon luck, right? No mushrooms to speak of. Can you give me a mushroom right now, game? No. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Okay, I guess I'm not getting this shortcut today, right? That's okay though. So I'm just gonna continue on here, see if I can get a final mushroom here. Nope. So in that case, I'll just continue right on to the goal. So yeah, that ideally what would have happened there is I would have gotten a mushroom at some point, and then you could see that there was like a ramp that led over to a hole in the, basically in the cliff. And then what you can do is with a mushroom or similar other speed boosting item like a star, you can get into that hole and then that's a shortcut. That saves about like 8 seconds or so every time. So, unfortunately I wasn't able to get it, but hey, marathon luck. Okay, so here in Calamari Desert, there's a train that goes around here, and ideally I want to beat it. I'll try to beat it. No, it's fine. Okay, so that's alright, because I would have ended up waiting for it anyways. So another thing I want to mention about no skips as well. Okay, I'm just gonna wait this out. And then, because I'm now in second place, I can now get a bit better item drops. So hopefully I get like a triple mushroom, or something along those lines, to speed things up considerably here. Oh! Man, look at that. Just as I said. A triple mushroom. Ask and you shall receive.
Is that a strategy that's used at all, like deliberately sandbagging to get good items?
Yeah, occasionally that can be used intentionally to get better item drops. Okay, let's see what we got. So I should be able to get, like, decent items, but that was just the red shell. Not great. But at least I'm catching up, that's the main thing. So, and what the case is with all cups no skips as well is technically what you have to do is you have to beat each course in first to fourth place. It doesn't really matter, you don't... Oh! And there's one lightning! So I guess I'm donating $10 now. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with this. Not gonna bother trying to beat the train. If I didn't get lightning there, I could have beat the train, but nope. First lightning of the run. Okay, I will try and beat it here, though. Get a few of these mini turbos there. Yeah, so in all cups, no skips, what you can do, okay, is you can also cut across grass, no problem, and you're good. That's not against the rules. But you can, as long as you don't jump over walls. Okay, so what I'm going to do, immediately upon hitting that finish line, I'm going to reset there, and then that's allowed in this category, because that allows you to skip a cutscene. And you'll see me do that in the other cups as well, for the final track of the cup. So, like, Mario Raceway, which is the final track of Flower Cup, as well as Bowser's Castle, and then Rainbow Road is time, at the very end of it. Yeah, so by the way, here's Toad's Turnpike, and this is a good opportunity for me to mention... Oh, and look at that, there's a mushroom. Mention the fact that there are global timers everywhere in this game. So this is like the first main course where you really see it come into effect, is the vehicles start off in certain positions, and then they always, like, follow the same pattern, depending on a cycle, and it's a global timer, so... Assuming everything goes well, I'm basically going to know roughly where these vehicles are going to be throughout the entire run of Toad's Turnpike here. Okay, and then just going to have to be careful to dispose of these items. Okay, that's alright. Hey, better item drops, right? Okay, that lightning doesn't count, by the way. Because I got that lightning. That was not a CPU lightning, that was used on me. Okay, this is going to be a little bit sketchy, so just have to kind of play that a little safe. Because getting hit by these vehicles everywhere, it's not great because it does lose about 3 or 4 seconds each time, so I want to try and avoid that. Kind of similar to like hitting some of the hazards, like a fake item box in particular. It may also add that this song is a jam. Toad's Turnpike, and also that this course appears in Mario Kart 8, with some differences, like being able to ride along the walls. Yes, there are actually about 4 tracks in this game that appear in Mario Kart 8 as well. Okay, so here I'm just gonna get rid of all those bananas because it's the final lap, and they're not really gonna get in my way if I just lay them during the final lap. Okay, I'm just gonna go right through those. Okay, so I did have to like kind of improvise a little bit of movement to get past some of these vehicles. Oh, hi, Luigi. Okay, so things are going pretty well in Toad's Turnpike, at least for now. So and this is definitely a very sketchy part where, oh wow, really? Wow, the CPU's literally the CPU in this game literally aimbots. It's like, it's both pretty funny and pretty awful at the same time. So they put items like in places where you can't see them, like what happened right there. And that's just complete luck, like RNG. Marathon luck, as they say. So that is a little unfortunate, but hey, it happens. This is Mario Kart after all.
Speaking of luck, Gambit017, who was our previous host, donated $10 with the comment in the style of the count of one lightning.
Yes. That's right. $10. Okay, so this is Frapp Snowland. This is basically, of course, an ice type course. And it's funny too, because in this course, in a recent practice run I had, it was very mean of the CPU to do this, but they actually like. So right here, there's a narrow bridge over, like, it's not really narrow, but it's a bridge over water. And a CPU was actually kind enough to lay a banana right there where I couldn't see it. And I slid on it in last place, or like in the final lap. And then I basically like had to restart the course. I hope that doesn't happen, but just so you do know, it can happen. And it can happen sometimes. Okay, so here we go, just gonna get a couple drifts here. Yeah, like, that banana right there, I'm just gonna have to remember that that's there because that banana can really mess me up later if I don't pay attention to it. Okay, so I'll just get a couple more drifts there. Okay, so this mushroom has actually come at a really good time because with this I can literally just jump right over there and skip a bit of an S-turn in the track there. Okay, I'm actually going to save this boot right till the very end where I know there's this banana. At least it might be there still. Okay, that's actually a very safe strat I did there. I could have gambled and then hoped for another mushroom from the boo, but again, it's a 10% chance and marathons, so I'll play it a little safe now and then. So of course the boo, what's that? Yeah, the boo there would have allowed me to just go straight through that banana, but it looks like another one of the CPUs actually ran over it, so I was all good there. So this is Choco Mountain here, and nice. Mushroom right off the bat. So, usually mushrooms are good either on, wow, thank you, Bowser. Are usually good on either straightaways or like just before a drift. Okay, and that's a lightning. That's a lightning from me this time, so that doesn't count against the total. So this course is a little bit scary on 150cc because right there. Oh, this is actually really good. If only I didn't like rocket straight into the wall, but hey. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot going on in this game at once. So, anyways, this course is kind of dangerous because sometimes in runs this can be a reset point. Like if you get bad luck, and right at the end here on the final lap, there's something like a banana here, or like you get lightning, then you can fall off. I don't want to jinx it too much, so that's why you kind of see me hug the right wall there, just to be a little safe. And yes, I have had a couple runs die here before. So if you want to add any comments, now's a good time while I focus on, like, trying to react to certain hazards up ahead.
Cool. Well, if you're just joining us, you should know you are watching the Fastest Furs Summer Showcase, benefiting Global Giving's COVID-19 Relief Fund. Your donation to this fund will help stop the virus's spread and give communities on the front lines of the crisis the resources they need to act quickly and protect the most vulnerable. To make a donation, click on the donate button below the stream window or type !donate in the chat. We also have the !incentive command so you can see the upcoming bid wars and goals.
All right, thank you so much, LMM. So here we have Mario Raceway, last track of the Flower Cup. So of course at the end of this, I'll remind everyone that I will be resetting to skip a cutscene. So that's also going to be the case at Bowser's Castle later, at the end of the Star Cup. Speaking of Bowser, he was literally right on my tail feathers there. So this course there isn't really a whole lot happening with this course, so it's just, again, mainly like using drifts and hoping that the RNG is nice to me. So I guess what I'll do is I'll mention like a few of the things that CPUs both can and can't do. So the CPU in this game actually behaves very strangely. Like, for one, there's a lot of what's called the rubber band AI, which of course is like, it's a kind of AI pattern common to racing games where, like, if you're in first place, such as I am, the computers that are behind me, they actually gain like crazy amounts of speed. Like, and I mean crazy. Like, it's not, they cannot attain those values like normally outside of being CPUs. But if I just were to like go on something like this screen, if you see any of the, like that dot right behind me, that's like a CPU, and he's going like really fast. And that's Toad. I guess Toad is mad that he didn't get selected, right? So again, there's another reset. And then furthermore, the CPU cannot throw shells, and the CPU can also cannot use certain kinds of mushrooms either, but they can use regular mushrooms. And furthermore, the CPU also does, they typically do, what's the word I'm looking for? They recover faster than I would from hazards, typically. Like, say if they hit a banana peel or fall off the track or something. So yes, the CPU in this game is definitely quite mean. But hey, what can you do, right? You just have to live with it when you run this game. Yeah, so here, by the way, is the Wario Stadium. So this is actually like a track where the two main categories of this game differ a lot. So in the no skips category, you have to do the entirety of this track. But in the skips category, there are literally like 2 jumps over walls you can do, and you can literally finish a lap in just a handful of seconds. Like about 7 or 8 seconds or so. So hence why this category exists compared to the skips category of this game, which is has been showcased at a number of marathons in the past too. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these shells. So honestly, like, as far as item drops go, the triple shell is kind of like the scariest one to get, or the triple green shells, because you have to get rid of the shells somehow, and you can only launch them forwards. With a single green shell, you can launch it backwards and be alright, but the triple green shells, you can only launch them straight ahead, so you have to be careful to, like, not hit them. And yes, I definitely have hit my fair share of my own green shells when running this game. Not too often, but it does happen. Oh, wow, what happened there? Okay, I don't know what happened there, but it's fine. Nothing I can't recover from. So if you have any time for donations, now's a pretty good time.
Ooh, we do have $20 from the British Andy, who says, "Is that a Savage Wizzrobe totally kicking blank in Mario Kart 64? I believe it is. Keep up the awesome work on your run, dude, and thank you to everyone who is making fastest first possible. Much love."
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andy. Yeah, for those who don't know, I actually met the British Andy over at VF, like, in early March, so... Yeah, it's awesome that he could come out here. Thank you so much again. You're amazing. Okay. So one final lap. And another thing, too, like, I didn't mention about this course, too, but there's one particular bad spot for, to either get lightninged or to get a banana peel on this course, and that's right before there's a ramp that you jump over an earlier part of the track, and that has happened but once to me before where I got lightning there, and I lost a bunch of time in one of my own runs, so it's only happened to me once, but hopefully it doesn't happen, but we'll see. So yes, the CPUs can be pretty mean by the ways they use lightning. Okay, so triple greens again. Just have to get rid of those. Okay, I was actually kind of hoping for a boo there just in case of safety, but of course a mushroom would have been nice too, but what can you do, right? Okay, more triple greens. That's alright. There are no more items left, so we'll just continue on till the end of Wario Stadium. And that's Wario Stadium. So later on in this run, like, this is where the courses start becoming, like, quite a bit more difficult, or unforgiving, should I say, and I'm definitely going to have to be careful, especially on the last lap of each course, because it's possible to lose a lot of time at the very end, and then, like, have to restart the course. So again, hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see. So here's Sherbet Land. If you like penguins, this is the place for you. So then what we'll go for there's a little jump you can do, like, over the crack in the ice. It's a very small time save and a little bit of a risk. I won't really go for it in the third lap, but definitely in the first and second lap, because it's easier to recover in the first and second lap, just in case. Yeah, so there, again, this is another example of the global timers, because with those penguins you see, they're on a global timer, like, literally all of them. So I generally know where they're going to be within a certain margin of error, of course. So again, jumping over these little gaps, and you'll see that from me in other parts of the run as well. This is not the only course where you see jumping over small gaps. You'll see that again as I got in Special Cup with Banshee Boardwalk in particular. Has a bunch of those. Just get a mini turbo or two there. Okay, I saw that banana, Mario. He was trying to snipe me, but nope. Heck, even Wario's now right behind. So another thing about the CPU in this game that I forgot to mention before is the game kind of picks, like, rivals for you. Like, a certain racer is going to be your quote-unquote rival for, like, the entire cup, for the most part. So, of course, I'm going to have a handful of rivals. Like, Wario, in particular, seems to be fulfilling that role quite nicely. Ooh, nice. Triple mushroom. So I might as well just use those all right there, and good. Got really lucky there. Being in second place definitely helped, because it's actually impossible to get triple mushrooms in first place. Another thing too, I forgot to mention this as well, but to go really fast on that menu there, I'm holding start and then just mashing A to make the text go by a bit faster. Okay, so here's another course that does appear in Mario Kart 8 as well, the Royal Raceway. And here there is a little strat that I like to go for as well. Like, Because later on in the course, there's this big jump. So there I like to cut across that grass because that's a little bit faster than going around the tarmac. And so it's like just after this big jump that's here. I'm just gonna get rid of that red shell by tossing it into the wall there. So right at this big jump, if I press the R button right as I land, I will, okay, I didn't get it, but I will avoid that bounce, and that will allow me more control. And there was a banana peel that I almost slipped on as well. But thankfully I didn't, so that's good. So another thing with the banana peels in this is sometimes depending on how you approach them, like with what speed you have and whatnot, you can actually mitigate their effect. It also depends if you're approaching them like straight on or on an angle or not. Sometimes you have the option of braking and then not spinning out, which is actually really good. Okay, I'll just drop those bananas somewhere there. Okay, this is actually a pretty bad spot to get bananas on, by the way. Okay, so there was that, so that was the cleaner landing that I was talking about earlier. Oh, and a mushroom. But I'll use that right now and avoid yet more bananas. I literally don't see Donkey Kong anywhere nearby. Where are all the bananas coming from? I have no idea. Granted, some of them are mine, too. Maybe come Rainbow Road, we'll feed him a banana. Okay, this is actually pretty good. Getting a mushroom right about there. That allows me to cut across the grass there and skip a bit of the arc. Hence saving a little bit of time. Okay, so that's two out of those three isn't too bad. I'll take that. Okay, and that's Royal Raceway. Of course, the original version of it, not the Mario Kart 8 version. Okay, and then up next is going to be like a pretty challenging course, Bowser's Castle, so we probably have time to get a donation in after I explain all this, but basically this is Bowser's Castle, and again, this stage has a global timer, because around this whole stage there are these blue thwomp enemies that can crush you and lose a lot of time, but again, they are on a global timer, just like most other things in this game, so assuming the cycles are right, I know exactly where they're going to be. Or at least roughly where they're going to be, assuming I don't make too many mistakes. So like this room in particular is pretty nasty, and that narrow bridge over lava is pretty nasty too. But hey, I guess we have some time for donations, right?
Cool, we do have one for $20 from Senor Crouch that says, "Go Savage. I'm excited to see you a part of this great event. Don't forget to BLJ. Wait, wrong game."
Right? Thank you so much, Sen. You're awesome. Yeah, I'm actually a mod in Sen's stream, so I hang out a lot in his community, the Brushtail Brigade. So it's great that he could come out, for sure. Okay, and then I just got hit by a flump there because I was, oh wow, really, Wario? Okay, that wasn't too bad, but could have been worse. I'll take it. Trust me, in this game, it can always be worse. Like, in particular, there's some really bad spots to get either lightninged or banana peeled. Like, right before some lava, in particular, is really bad. Ooh, okay. Triple mushrooms. Okay, let's use some triple mushrooms then. Okay, this is kind of improvised now because I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know exactly where the thwomps were going to be that time, so I had to just roughly figure out where they were. Because I did not expect the triple mushrooms, and then it sped me up a little bit more than what I expected. Well, all good. I reacted pretty well, all things considered. Okay, and then here, this is going to be the last reset of the run right here. And then now we move on to the final cup, the special cup.
I think chat will agree with me when I say this is the best cup to watch for this game.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's a lot of stuff going on in Special Cup. So first off, in DK's Jungle Parkway, which, by the way, is actually the laggiest course in the whole game. And you can see that with how slow the light was turning there. And yes, this is on N64, so there's going to be some lag. And I do actually do something to reduce a bit of the lag, which is like... I zoom out a bit. So like basically what you can do in this course is you can... there's a little bit of a time save if you angle yourself there a bit more towards those item boxes. And that way you don't have to like spend extra what's happening here? You don't have to spend extra movement just like turning around and everything. It's more efficient that way. Yeah, and then in addition, what's happening in this course as well is there's that, you might have seen like a big steamboat. Ooh, triple mushrooms. I will take that. I will gladly take that. So that steamboat over there is going to be in a certain spot, and I know roughly where it's going to be. So again, I have to just keep in mind where it's going to be. Okay, that was a little bit too far to the right, so I'll just have to reverse, but no big deal. Like, ideally, you want to be, like, right at the item boxes when you aim, so about, like, a 30-degree angle there when you launch off that ramp. Is ideal, but if you go, of course, if you go too far, then, well, you risk falling in the drink and having to do it again. Okay, that banana was not too bad, so... So there I just jump kind of up that slope there to preserve as much speed as I can. Last time I was lucky enough to get a triple mushroom, so I didn't have to worry about... Oh, geez. Okay, this is a... Oh! How did I not get hit there? I don't know, but I'll take that. I took a risk there, and it really paid off. I'm very happy how that worked out. So yeah, that's literally like the ideal angle that you want there. And I literally don't like that Bowser's right behind me either, because Yoshi being a lightweight and Bowser being a heavy means that Yoshi can literally go all over the place if there's Bowser behind him. And that's DK's Jungle Parkway right there. So overall, pretty good.
Very nice. We have a $20 donation from Thermelio, who I think speaks for a lot of us, that says, so many memories from this game.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. Like, in particular, like, I played this game when I was, like, a really little kid, and I have a lot of memories, like, having fun with, those who I played it with, too, so... Yeah, it definitely holds a special place in my heart, for sure. Now, to be able to speedrun it in front of all of you is, like, an amazing feeling. I cannot be grateful enough. Okay, so by the way, in this course, there's a shortcut that I'm going to go for, and I'll do it as much as I can. Okay, well, well, there's that. So I think I went a little late on that, so that's called a hairpin shortcut in this course, so... What you can do there is you can skip going around a hairpin. Thankfully, I failed it in the better way possible, which is like to be a little late. And a triple mushrooms. So I'm actually going to do the marathon safe thing and just use these not worry about getting more item boxes, and then just use these mushrooms as I see fit. Like right at the same spot of each course. So it'll kind of be like time trials, almost. Okay, so I'll go for this shortcut, hairpin shortcut again, and hopefully I get it. Okay, good, got it. So that's one. I can usually get it 2 out of 3 times. For a bit of background, and geez. There was a banana literally right there. And that shortcut saves about 8 seconds compared to going around the entire hairpin itself. And by the way, this is not the course here appears also in Mario Kart 8, but the hairpin shortcut is no longer possible because of the way the track's been redesigned. So, yeah, it can only be on this version. Okay, one more. Okay, I took it a little safe there by slowing down a bit, but 2 out of 3 is definitely good. I'm happy with that, for sure. Hey, and that's Yoshi Valley. Should I say my valley, right? Or our valley? So now's a pretty good time for a donation if you have one right here.
Well, I don't have one queued up, but I will say if you felt like you've missed a cool run or a segment with your favorite host, just want to catch the entire marathon again once it's over, all videos from this event will be hosted on our YouTube page shortly after it concludes. Use the command !YouTube in chat for the link and be sure to subscribe while you're there.
That's right. Very important. Okay, so by the way, this is Banshee Boardwalk, and this is a pretty scary course. Not just because of ghosts either, but because there are a lot of holes, a lot of rails everywhere. Some parts where there aren't rails at all, and yeah, falling in the water here is very bad. So I want to avoid that if I can, especially on the 3rd lap. And furthermore, I'm just being very careful if I get any bananas to place them in spots where they won't become a problem later. Because I've had it plenty of times where I've hit a banana and slid directly off this course, like especially in this little S-bend here. Yeah, like right there with those bananas. Okay, I'm just gonna hop that little gap. So I hopped that little gap there because that makes the turn a little bit nicer. Okay, just go straight around the bend. And those were my own bananas. Have to recall that. Okay. And this is like I would say this is like the last quote-unquote difficult course in the run. Right? And then the final course is Rainbow Road, which is actually not that hard per se, it's just more so long. So, okay, that's actually a really bad spot for a banana right there, but thankfully I caught it, I avoided it. So, all good. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of a safer strat here. Okay, I just had to slow down because I didn't want to yeet myself off the side. And there we go, that's Banshee Boardwalk. So actually, right now, this is actually a really good run. By the way, this is like, not that far behind my PB, I would say. Based on the pace of it.
And we're about to hear the best song in this game. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or not. I'll take the flak.
Well, it's definitely one of the best. I'm partial to Toad's Turnpike and the bass in it, but you know, it's definitely among the best, and it's a super nostalgic song as well. So yeah, this is Rainbow Road, and it's the longest track in the game. For this category, it's about 5 minutes long or so. So yeah, there's plenty of time to savor this amazing music. And the main hazard here are these chomps that go around. And again, they're on a global timer. Sensing a theme yet? This game's about global timers. So, generally I know roughly where they're gonna be. Assuming I play, like, decently the same every time.
If you're not a big Mario Kart fan, I love the trivia that this track is so long that when they put it in later Mario Kart games, they only have you do one lap.
Yeah, that's right. Like Mario Kart 8 in particular, like, and there's a good reason for that too, because even on Mario Kart 64, well, simply enough, no matter how hard you try, you cannot get ghost data for this game on a controller pack. Like, you cannot save replay data. And that's a good portion of the reason as to why they had to shorten it, too. Okay, and here's a gold mushroom, which thankfully I got from not being in first place, briefly. So I'm just going to use this to go nice and fast along this part of the track. So the main time save here comes from, like, A, movement, and B, not hitting chomps. So, that's the main thing. Yeah, and if you notice there, I got, like, a little bit of a boost. And that's basically from, okay, I might hit the, okay, maybe not. Usually what happens there is there's always going to be a chomp down at the bottom on second lap. And I usually just jump off the track there just because it's, okay, I saw that banana. Usually just because I jump right over the chomp's head and pretty much guarantee avoiding it every single time. So it's a very consistent strategy.
We've got a few people here cheering you on through this final course. Hazel Panda donated $10 and said, "Woo, go savagewizzrobe."
Oh, thank you so much, Hazel. Yeah, great to see you guys make it out too, like, I can't thank you enough. I know that sounds cheesy, but... Oh, by the way, do you want to... Let's feed Donkey Kong a banana or two. Sure, why not? Just for fun. Like, the runners of this game like to do that on this course, just as a fun thing to do. Like, they feed that DK Neon sign bananas.
Darius the Snow also donated $10 and said, "I love you, Savage, my friend. You're an entertaining person. Let's finish this off in style," or say, Sonic would say, "Gotta go fast."
Oh, thank you so much as well, Darius. Okay, I did hit a chomp, but that's alright. My PB hit a chomp too, right? Going fast is important after all.
Brownie donated $20 and said, this otter is happily squeaking along as his favorite tricky burb slays many treacherous courses. Also, Diva Panda says hi.
Oh, thank you so much, Brownie and Diva. Yeah, I met both of them at VF as well, so... Yeah, we ended up spending a lot of the time together. It was an amazing time, honestly, and a time I won't soon forget. Okay, so just on the last lap of Rainbow Road here. Yes, of course, this song is a jam. Okay, so almost there. Okay, there should be a chomp coming. I literally just heard it, so... Yeah, and there it is. So I'm just gonna not drift there because I didn't want to hit it. Well, I guess we're feeding Donkey Kong again, right? Sure, why not? Have some bananas, DK. Oh, banana, right? Okay, so here we go. Just gonna get rid of that. Red shells are actually kind of dangerous because sometimes, even if you're in first place, you can actually hit yourself off with your own red shell, and that sucks. It's happened to me, like, twice so far. So, yeah, sometimes it just happens because, yeah, red shells can target you, or sometimes you might get in the middle of, like, a red shell and its target, and maybe you send yourself flying off the top. So, by the way, time is when I cross the finish line here, and time! Okay, here we go. So that was actually quite a good run. So that was like about, like my current timer says 40, I split a little late, but that was like a 45-minute, 11-second time. And my PB is a 44:30, so that's literally within a minute of PB. Within 45 seconds of PB, actually. So that was a really good run. I'm very happy with how this run turned out. Man.
GG's on that. That was a really good run and really entertaining too.
And sure, might as well watch the credits, right? So hope you all enjoyed. Shall we do some shoutouts too?
Oh yeah, hit them up.
Okay, so first off, I want to shout out. So first off, I want to shout out a couple of the people in the Mario Kart 64 speedrunning community who inspired me to take this up as a speed game. So that would be Lacey Stripes, who I saw she was doing a run of this category, and I thought looked interesting. So I thought, okay, might as well pick it up. And then of course to much better known runner Abney, who typically runs this game, or has run this game at GDQs, like particularly the skips category, which involves, like, of course, jumping over walls, using Lakitu to accomplish, like, crazy things, like tricking the game into thinking you're on another lap than you really are. So yeah, huge shouts to him too, and he's also like the one who validated most of my runs that I posted on speedrun.com too. And yeah, he's definitely a bit of an inspiration to me, to say the least. And then furthermore, I want to thank everyone who has organized this event, and everyone who has put it on. Like LMM, thank you so much for hosting. And of course, thank you.
It was my pleasure. It was great.
Of course, and thank you so much as well to all the runners who participated. And then, of course, thank you to those who were behind the scenes too, like those of you who are moderating the chat, those of you who helped with the setup, like in particular Blaze. I want to thank Blaze in particular as the Wayfaring Fox as well. There's so many of you to name, and I'm grateful for all, and I'm grateful for all of the hosts as well. Like, it's just been a fun time, and this is only just the beginning. And I look forward to the rest of the marathon to come as I watch the rest. And as we fight COVID-19 together, as we raise money for this cause, this very worthy cause. And, like I said, one lightning means I'm officially donating $10 to the cause too. As promised.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the performance, Savage. We were glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me as well. Of course. Much obliged. So happy this run turned out as well as it did. Hope you were all entertained too. And then furthermore, may I do a quick little plug here too? Well, either way you can, so basically I've been working on this game lately, and of course I got a PB literally last night, and I wasn't streaming at the time, so I locally recorded it. So yeah, my next project is to get that up onto speedrun.com. So my 44 minute 30-second time. So, and it was definitely a sign, and you can find me, if you want to check me out, you can find me over at twitch.tv/savagewizzrobe, all one word, all lowercase. And other than that, everyone, have a fantastic rest of your day, and enjoy the rest of the marathon. Thank you so much for having me.